Hello everyone, I'm Kalen North, and welcome back to Terra Invicta, part 20 of our Protectorate campaign. Last time we ran into, I think, a small glitch, but this time, as soon as I loaded it up, our new objective completed of developing the Coexistence Pact. Yeah, there was a terrorist attack on our research facility from our own organization because people are freaking out about what we're doing. Yeah. We're definitely doing the right thing. Anyway, we're going to be arresting everyone who isn't already on board, apparently. And there's a claim that we don't have enough holding facilities for that many people. And our chief of security, Lavrenti, has assured Kieran that he will take care of the problem, which doesn't sound ominous in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Anyway. We're selling out our principles here, I'm pretty sure. Alright, new objective. Pacify the Earth. The war is over. We've won. Why do they keep resisting? It's always like this. No one listens to the peaceful ones, those who try to talk and understand and find a solution. All they respect is the threat of violence. Well, that is what we're bringing to them now. Maybe once it's all over, they'll wish they'd listened. And, yeah. Anyway. This is going poorly, but we've almost won, or at least we've unlocked our victory condition now. So we do need to build a Sentinel module, which I believe requires a Tier 3 ring in space, and so we're going to have to try and rush those. We've got a fair number of technologies left to go for. We also need to take control of 50% of the Earth's population, so we probably need to take India and China. And we need to take, fleet power we're fine on because the aliens count in our favor. And then we need to take at least 65% of all control point values on Earth. So we're probably going to waste a lot of this mission control that we built up, which... shouldn't be the end of the world, but I apologize if that ends up going in a different direction than I was expecting. Looks like most of our victory condition is going to be on Earth. So we will go ahead and hop to Earth. And I want to take a quick look at tech. So exotic materials I think we need for the Sentinels. Europe Ascendant I want to keep researching just to get that done with. Try and do some more unification. The more stuff we can control with fewer control points, the easier it's going to be. And then it looks like militarization of space we're losing priority on, so that's going to be hard to take back at this point. We're only at like a 487 to 1586, so we'll let them take that, and we'll work on some other things. In the meantime, I wanted to go and pull up the codex. We haven't talked about the codex at all, really. But one of the things in here that we haven't looked at is what this Dominate mission is. And I did look this up between sessions, and it seems pretty ridiculous. Did I scroll right past it? Or wait, was it under aliens? Am I forgetting where it was? Dominate nation, there it is. Threaten the targeted nation with bombardment from our Sentinel platform. Success will convert a control point to our faction. Failure will require us to carry out our threat before acquiring the control point. So yeah, we get a huge amount of attacking modifiers, and they get very few defending modifiers. So we're going to go ahead and build the Sentinels and then be able to take over countries incredibly easily once we build the Sentinels. So that'll take us a little bit, but we'll get that done. In the meantime, we'll try and take as much of Earth as we can through more peaceful means, and we'll keep going. All right, as far as that goes, I believe we were working on taking Japan last time. From Humanity First, so I wanted to keep running public campaigns there, get some more public support. Urantika is not ready to crack down on anything yet. Those are still pretty low odds. So we're going to have her run a public campaign as well. We'll pump in some money. We've got oodles and oodles of money.
Reporting in.
Madeline, same thing, I think. Public campaign in... Oh, that's very low odds in Japan. Never mind. Where is she? Last time we were running stabilization in the Eurasian Union. That's right. So let's have her keep doing that.
Restoring order.
For now, and then we will run time.
Lending my expertise.
Looks like some more space bases are getting founded. I don't think we care too much, because our victory is all going to be based on Earth. Alright, we finished our construction module on Ceres. Unfortunately, there's only one site left on Ceres to take, but we'll take it anyway. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and found an outpost there. Should take 30 days. And I want to build a fission pile and a outpost mining complex. That's probably all that we want to build there right now. If we do need to go into space, we're well equipped to do it. With everything we've done so far, but we may not need to do too much more in space. All right, we got some more public support in Japan. Wildfires in the Eurasian Union, we'll try and mitigate those. Eurasian Union, we've got some reduction in unrest.
The people will come to our side.
All right, and public support is growing in Japan. And we got a crackdown on our control point in Pakistan. That's unfortunate. Is this the servants again messing with us? Probably. Ugh. Terrorist bombings in Ankara. Okay. So we can... A day of national tragedy. We can launch a manhunt for it. Or we can use the bombings as pretext to crack down on our opponents. We are not an extremist faction, surprisingly. But I think... what is Turkey's democracy score? It's pretty bad. But we could use the public opinion boost, so we might use it as a pretext to crack down on our opponents. That hurts their democracy score. It boosts cohesion, which is good for us. That's probably what we want. And someone has sabotaged a space facility in Pakistan. Humanity first. If I'm really going to get into the Kieran role here, then fools, how dare they defy me? But yeah, anyway. Let's take a quick look at techs, see how we're doing on that. So Europe Ascendant is going to finish in about a month. Exotic Materials is going to finish in a year. So we'll have to try and speed that up somehow. I mean, continue to boost science, so that's why we're taking Japan. We could go and try and do some science boosting on Mercury or another planet. That does get a little expensive in terms of materials, but it might be worth trying to pursue some. But for now, we're just going to sort of rush technologies as best we can. Meanwhile, we're going to have Eric continue to run public campaigns in Japan. Urantika, how's the crackdown look? Oh, much better. Oh, that's because their defend interests expired. I'll have her run public campaign one more time. put a couple of
Making
put
our
20
case.
20 money into that.
Acknowledged.
Madeline, I'm going to have run stabilization again in the Eurasian Union,
Turn down the heat.
and then run time. The European Union, I think, is doing
Offering
pretty
support.
well in terms of peaceful.
Lending my
Yeah,
expertise.
their unrest is going down still, so that's good.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Order is returning.
Yep, that keeps increasing. I wonder if someone else is boosting that artificially.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
All right, Japan, we're up to 35% support, so that should be enough to hopefully start taking out humanity first there. There's some xenoforming, but we're okay with that right now, I think. If we need to, we'll do something about it. Here we go. We've finished a bunch of outpost cores on Mercury. We're still working on the mining complexes, so I'm going to let the mining complexes finish, I think, before I do anything else. But we could potentially try and build some science buildings there in the near future. But let's keep running time, and the servants have taken our point in Pakistan. We'll take that back in a moment. Or in a turn. So now this turn, I want to start running crackdowns in Japan. We've got much better odds. Trade unions isn't very interesting. Mass media might be good. Legislature could be good to try and hit the executive if we want to just consolidate executive control faster. But we want to take all of these, so I think I'm going to go for mass media to get the bonus to public campaigns. So we'll run 8 influence into that, get it up to 80%. And then Madeline can go ahead and run... Oh no, I want Madeline to run a purge in Pakistan. I want to take that point back from the resistance. I thought the servants took it. Well, I wasn't paying close enough attention. Either that or the resistance took it after the servants did. So that could be. We'll put a couple of influence into that.
Where to?
Eric is going to continue to run public campaigns in Japan.
We'll make our appeal.
And we will run time.
It is only a matter of time before this rush for gold turns red. To staunch the flow of blood, other nations will send their own armed envoys. It is in our best interest to be gone before that happens. Director Khalid Alashkar overheard private conversation.
All right. And they've picked advanced superconductors, which I don't think is particularly bad for us, but I do think we want to compete with them on it. So I'm going to put in 3 pips to that, which will slow Europe Ascendant down a little bit and exotic materials down a lot of bit, but we want to get control of the tech tree back because we want to rush rings.
Offering counsel.
So there's 3 tiers of space stations. I don't remember if we've talked about that before, but the top tier is called a ring, and okay, we got our outpost core on series done. Still waiting on the mining. The top tier is called a ring, and we need rings to build our Sentinel modules. They are a tier 3 module, and so we need to actually have tier 3 rings in order to run them.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
All right, more public support in Japan.
Crackdown complete.
All right, we've got our crackdown in Japan completed. Munitions depot blast. We Belize. I don't think that's very likely that it was Belize, but I think we want to conduct a full investigation. Local crime syndicate. Okay. So that's good. We only spent 5 ops on that total. In situ resource utilization is cool, but we're not going to do it anytime soon because again, we're going to just try and take control of Earth. Alright, Europe Ascendant is done. That's great. So I want to go to category. I want to finish up the Hydra Direct Support Network, because that's probably going to help us a lot with getting the materials we need to build the Sentinels. We are losing on advanced semiconductors. Let's turn down the Hydra Support Network and see if that changes things around. Otherwise, it's not the end of the world if we do lose 1 spot. It's not ideal because we'd really like to control all 3. Haunted Forest. So we can say just a spooky bedtime story, and the aliens perform abductions in the European Union. Cohesion changes towards extreme values. I don't like that. I think we want to dispatch expeditions to find the cause. Alright, so the aliens did perform an abduction in the European Union, but that's okay. We've got the European Union, I think, fairly well controlled. I should certainly hope so. It's our major source of science right now. Or it's like half of our science. Otherwise, let's see here. We want to finish taking Japan, so I'm going to have Madeline go ahead and run a purge on that crackdown control point.
Targeting the opposition.
We'll have Eric continue to run public support,
Making our case.
and we'll have Urantika crack down on another control point. We'll have her take the legislature next. Let's put in 8 influence.
Cracking down.
I am trying to just sort of speed through these because we want to focus on getting tech done.
Assistance.
Are we going to catch up? We might not catch up in time.
The people will come to our side.
Alright.
We've neutralized their key people.
Alright, another successful crackdown. Alright, we've got all our mining complexes up on Mercury. I did want to try and get some more science running here, I think. So I am going to upgrade these to settlement cores, which is going to cost us more mission control, but is going to allow us to build tier 2 modules instead of just tier 1 modules. So that'll cost us a decent amount of metal, but hopefully we get enough metal off of these new mines that it just pays for it pretty quickly. So we will boost our outpost cores. So I want to look at all my Mercury bases. I want to build settlement cores. And there we go. All right, all those should build. That'll finish in June, so that'll be pretty quick. And then I'm gonna go back to Earth. I'm actually gonna start building some space stations, I think, here. Gotta zoom out. We have the ability to do tier 2 stations. So we will start building tier 2 stations in low Earth orbit. And so this is a tier 2 station. Tier 1 stations only have 4 spots. Tier 2 stations have 12. We do still want to get to tier 3 eventually. But for now, I think we can just run these off of solar arrays. Oh, and Skunkworks. We want Skunkworks. Why? I've been putting that off. We want to do that for sure. We also potentially can use some of these Tier 1 modules, but I am going to see if we can unlock the research for some of the Tier 2 ones in the near future here. So I'm going to power this with solar arrays, and I'm going to just build a bunch of Skunkworks, I think, on this first one. No, this is low Earth orbit, so we want to... We probably want to build... Xenology labs are kind of nice. I think for this first one, I'm gonna start off with 2 solar arrays to get 84 power, and then I'm going to build 2 Skunkworks, I want to say. That's going to get us a 3rd project slot in the tech tree, which is really nice, as well as another 5% bonus. And then we have 24 power left, room for 8 modules. We could just build a bunch of social science labs. That'll probably be good for the bonus, as well as giving us a boost to public campaign missions. So I'll just do that for now. As they're pretty cheap, and they give some science. And there we go. There's our first station around Earth. We will probably build some more of these soon. I am going to try and build Tier 3 stations soon. We're doing a bunch of xenology research. I kind of want to build... I'm gonna immediately found another station here. We've got plenty of boost and resources to do it. So these are things that I maybe should have done earlier, in fact, but whatever. We're getting to them now. So I really want to build xenology labs to get that 10% bonus per xenology lab to alien research. So that's pretty useful. Alien detection we don't care about nearly as much, but we are running a bunch of expensive alien projects, so getting that bonus could be nice. As far as power goes, these take 5 each, so we can support 8 of them off of a single solar array. So I'm going to build 2 solar arrays. And build, I guess, 10 xenology labs. The first 5 are going to give us a meaningful bonus, and the next 5 are going to give us seriously diminishing returns. So I might actually just build 5 of these and then build some other stuff on this one. So we'll build 5 xenology labs. 3, 4, 5, and then we can build 5 more labs. Probably space science would be good, because we want to boost that as well. Although that gives a boost to mission control, which we don't really need anymore. Military science lab gives us a bonus to miltac value, but that's not too huge. Materials lab gives us a bonus to military priority. Life science gives us a bonus to welfare. Information science gives us a bonus to knowledge, which is actually kind of useful, because that's going to help us. Let's do that. Information science gives us a bonus to knowledge, because, well, let's do that maybe on a separate station, because I want 10 of those, I think, to give us a 30% bonus to the knowledge priority. So I will go ahead and build 5 more modules. I'm going to go for the... I think... do we want to just go for the xenology labs? It's such diminishing returns. There's sort of a soft cap when you hit 50%, and the xenology labs give 10% each, whereas all the others only give 2.5%. So I will go for I'm going to go for the military labs because we are going to need to research some more military tech. And there's the possibility that we're going to be going to war here in the near future. I've been trying to avoid war for this run, but we're already compromising our principles left and right. So maybe we'll just go ham on war. Then I'm going to found another orbital in low Earth orbit. And for this one, I want to run 10 information science labs. So we're gonna, information science labs take 6 power. So we're gonna need 2 solar arrays. And then we're just gonna build these. I'm actually gonna use this quick build modules thing and then right click to just build them really fast. Uncheck that, since we know what we're doing, sort of. And then with that, let's go back and keep running time. Let's see if Udantika, or not Udantika, if Madeline's purge mission in Japan succeeds. It did, unsurprising. All right, so we want to change priorities. Japan is actually in great shape so far. Whoops. So I'm gonna run economy. I'm gonna run a little bit of welfare. I'm gonna run a lot of knowledge, and that's probably it actually. Economy, welfare, and knowledge, because we want science out of here, and that's gonna get us science as best we can. So we will run economy, welfare, and knowledge. All right, take a quick glance at orgs. I don't think there's anything we care about too much here. Yeah. Main intelligence directorate is cool, but yeah, we're not gonna go for any of this stuff right now. Orgs are doing fine. We just need to prioritize tech. So as soon as those modules build, it looks like we're not going to catch up on advanced superconductors, so I'm just going to go back down to 1 pip there. Pump everything into our projects. All right, Eric is going to run public campaign in Japan again. Udantika is going to run a crackdown on their executive point. Put in 4 influence to that. Madeline is going to run a purge on the legislature.
Removing our enemies.
She should succeed at pretty easily. And then we will take control.
I will help them.
Offering counsel.
Let's see here. Flood in Islamabad. We'll send aid. Alright, series is, I think, about as developed as we plan to develop it. That's fine. Hopping back to Earth. We will continue on. We got 53% public support in Japan, which is great.
We've hit them where it hurts.
Got the executive crackdown. Got critical success there. In Azerbaijan, how is this one doing as far as joining the European or the Eurasian Union goes? Are they ready to unify? Kyrgyzstan's ready to unify. What's the cooldown on Azerbaijan? June 29th. So we're almost to that too. How's Georgia doing? We have control of them, so we could go ahead and try and get Georgia allied back into the EU, I think. Yep, we can federate with Georgia, and we can federate with Turkey. I was going to do that. I forgot. Got so distracted by Japan. Panic is going to break out in Lyon. We definitely want to deploy our forces to quell the disturbance. We'll take the hit to democracy.
Our associates are now in charge.
All right, we've got another point in Japan. We'll copy our priorities across economy, welfare, and knowledge. I don't know exactly how Africa is doing. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm just going to try and focus on the bigger nations, unfortunately. We want to continue taking Japan, but we also want to federate Turkey into the EU. So I'm going to have Eric go ahead and run... Let's see. We don't need to rush on the purge on the executive point in Japan because no one else can take it right now. So I'm going to have Eric go and work on unification in the Eurasian Union.
I'm here.
I'm going to have Urantika go and set policy in the European Union to get Turkey and Georgia in, and we'll have Madeline do whichever one she doesn't do.
Time to make our move.
All right, so we are setting policy with most of our counselors.
Choose a card, now blow on it, perfect. Then tap my hand 3 times, wonderful. And just like that, the card floats away. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, home video of his daughter's 3rd birthday.
Aw, we're doing a magic trick. Very cute. We're also, selling out humanities. That's less cute. But they did gas core fission systems, which I guess we're just going to not fight on that right now. We're just going to maintain the other 2 projects.
Offering counsel.
I will help them.
So with this, we should be able to get our CP cap down a good deal, or our CP usage down a good deal, which is hopefully going to be enough for us to federation with Georgia. No, we want to federate the other one with Georgia. We want to unify Kyrgyzstan in. So the Eurasian Union is in pretty good shape here. European Union, we want to federate with Turkey first, and then
Mission complete.
Federate with Georgia. All right, we lost party control point in Azerbaijan. We'll take that back. We also finished a bunch of information science labs, which is nice. So that should give us a little more science. Or actually, it's going to take a little longer than that because we need the... Project Exodus has a fleet. We need them to speed up. We need their solar arrays to build, which is going to take a little longer. All right, so we want to take that point back in Azerbaijan. So I'm going to have Madeline go ahead and run a purge mission there. We'll put in a few influence just in case they defend interests.
Terminating the opposition.
Eric, let's see. We're on cooldown again for federations. Yeah. Hopefully we're able to keep Azerbaijan, but that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Eric, we're gonna have go and run, I think, public campaigns in Japan again.
I will tell our story.
And Urantika, I want to run a crackdown on the last Humanity First point in Japan. So we'll put 4 influence into that. Confirm assignments.
Offering support.
All right, we finished a settlement core on Mercury, which I'm not sure why only 1 finished. I thought I upgraded all of them. Did I not? Oh, that one finished early because that's the one with the construction module. So now we've got tier 2 settlements here. So we can go ahead and upgrade to solar arrays, which give 280 power, which is kind of ridiculous. We can also upgrade to settlement mining complexes, but I don't really want to do that right now because it does give about a 50% boost, I think it is, to mining output, but it costs more to run it, and we don't want to do that right away. So I'm going to just build a second solar array here, or build a solar array there. And then we need to still do some project research to get the more advanced labs. So we will do that here shortly. I want to finish up direct sport network and exotic materials though. So all right. Here's the rest of the settlement cores. So we'll go to our second one and build a solar array. It'll take 60 days. But we're gonna just do that, get each of these a solar array for more power, and then we'll upgrade the other solar collector once that's done with, so that we maintain power on the hab. All of this in the name of getting more science. Alright, so those are all building. We'll come back in 2 months and see how things are going. Alright, for now we're going to run time.
Come to our side.
Get a little more public support in Japan.
Crackdown complete.
Get a crackdown in Japan. And Madeline, how's Madeline looking? The resistance went into crackdown, so rather than defending interests, so we should have a very good chance of success here. Yeah, so we've got Azerbaijan back. They're just running funding right now, which is great. We'll need money soon. And we are at cap again. I should double check whether anyone can level up in the near future. We lost some public opinion in the Eurasian Union. That's fine. We've got plenty. Oh, we can level up people multiple times because I haven't been paying attention to this. Goodness, lots of potential orgs. I don't know that we want to grab any of these right now. But Madeline is going to take, I think, 2 more points of command for the CP cap. And Anjor is going to take a point of persuasion. Again, for CP cap. He could do command, but I don't think we need him to. Wait, did he? No, he only had 6 left. Okay. And then Yoyi, we'll go ahead and give her a point of persuasion as well for the CP cap. We could give her a point of science potentially, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Eric, I want to give him a point of command for CP reasons. And then Urantika, looks like she can level up twice. We'll give her 2 points of persuasion. All right, so level up's complete. I'm going to have Urantika go ahead and run a purge mission against the executive in Japan. Excuse me. And then I'm going to have Madeline go ahead and run a purge mission against the trade unions.
Removing our enemies.
Eric can go ahead and, I think, just run public campaign in Japan one more time. We should be fine to take it at this point, but I'm going to just do that anyway. We are about to go over our CP cap again. which is not ideal,
Offering assistance.
but I don't think that there's much we can do about it right now other than potentially changing our research projects around, which I don't really want to do. I want to finish these up.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Alright, so we got some public support in Japan. Now we got 2 purge missions pending. European Union has deployed a new army. Alright. That's right, I was investing in build army. I'm going to stop investing in build army now, and I'm going to invest in build navy.
Our people have taken control.
Alright, we've got another control point in Japan. We will update our priorities.
We've removed some threats.
And again, update our priorities. We've got the executive now. We're 26 over cap, which is not good. But there's not really too much we can abandon at this point. The biggest thing we can do is hurry up and get Turkey into the EU. I might try and let's just sort by science here. So Japan has better science than the Eurasian Union. We could just try and abandon some of our African holdings because we were really struggling to do anything with them. We could abandon Singapore at this point. We're not really using it. I suppose we're probably still getting some cash income from it, but we are flush with cash. Let's go ahead and let's abandon our African territory. Just because I'm really struggling to get that stuff federated right now. So I will do that. I'm going to abandon the Great Lakes states. Tanzania. I kind of want to hold on to Tanzania, but I don't know for sure. We could actually unify them with the Great Lakes states. That might be worth doing. Yeah. What other countries do we have? We want to keep Georgia. We could abandon Afghanistan for now. And Pakistan and Israel aren't really doing too much for us. I don't really want to abandon Pakistan because people keep trying to take it from us. And I'd rather have the extra defense. So I think... Let's abandon Pakistan for now. It's not providing much science for the amount of CP that it requires us holding on to it. So we'll do that, and that gets us down to 417 out of 440, so we could have kept some of those other countries, but that's fine. We're back under cap, which is going to be helpful for letting us expand things here. All right. And we now have Egypt has declared rivalry with Israel. That's surprising. I suppose it's not actually that surprising. We could steal a project from Humanity First. Okay. We should maybe investigate some other counselors here in a moment. But for the time being, I wanted to... Let's see. I think we were ready to unify Azerbaijan. We gotta wait a little while on Turkey and Georgia still, and we could unify the Great Lakes states into the East African Federation, which seems good. So I'm gonna have Eric go and set policy in Tanzania.
On my way to the capital.
I'm gonna have Udantika set policy. Actually, I'm gonna have Udantika run a crackdown somewhere. Where do I want to run a crackdown? Probably in Africa. Take out some of these Humanity First control points in Congo or Kenya. Let's take out the Humanity First point. Let's just run a purge. She can just take it outright pretty easily. We'll take, or should she run a coup? Actually, we could run a coup in Kenya. Let's run a coup in Kenya.
Time for some new leadership. Where do you need me?
Madeline, I wanted to set policy. Actually, Madeline's better at running coups, isn't she? Yeah, so we'll have Madeline run the
Time for
coup,
some
and
new
we'll have
leadership.
Urantika
At your
set national
service.
policy in the Eurasian Union.
Time to make our move.
Running time. Okay, direct support network. So we're going to now get more stockpiles of resources daily. I don't know how much we're going to get, but we're going to get some. And then I want to research, I want to get tier 2 labs and such, which I'm not sure exactly how to unlock those. Tourist birth? We don't care about that. I'm trying to think of what we actually care about in here. Farms could be useful later on for helping reduce some of our costs. I want to look up on the tech tree. I want to look up research campuses. So I want to view the full tree. And this is me not remembering enough about the game. So I want research. If I could spell research, that would help. Okay, so we want directed space research, I think, in order to unlock a bunch of these tier 2 labs. Research campus requires mind and machine, so we're actually still a little ways off of that, but we can try and rush that soon here. So for now, I am going to go ahead and just pick something more or less at random, I think. I don't think we need to build spaceships this run. I'm going to go for farms. Those will be potentially useful. Farms less useful than the tier 3 version of it, which is agriculture complexes. But we'll go ahead and research that. Let's see, we've got space commerce going. And that'll get us manufacturing complexes, which are nice.
Lending my expertise.
Offering support.
I'm not sure that it shows how much we're getting from the Hydra Direct Support Network. Alright, we took Kenya back. I want to run economy and welfare in Kenya. It's got very high unrest, but that's fine.
Policy direction.
And I want to unify with the Great Lakes states. Alright, here we go. We've got the East African Federation going. Which I think we could now ally with South Sudan, which is good. So that'll potentially help things speed up. And we are not allied with Kenya, and we have a 0% chance of doing so until we take control of it.
Mission complete.
Eurasian Union, we want to unify with Azerbaijan. So that's been absorbed. Continuing on. And we lost our point in Afghanistan, that's fine. The servants are taking our points in Pakistan again, as are the initiative. That's okay. We'll surrender Pakistan for now. Unrest is high in Kenya. Yes, it is. What's our cooldown on the European Union? It's January of 2030, so another 6 months almost, or 5 months. No, 6 months. East African Federation has a couple of allies, so we wanna take Congo, and it's actually still allied with. Oh, we definitely want to take Congo then. So we'll have Madeline.
Orders.
We'll have Madeline take the control point in Congo.
We're taking power.
I'll have Eric
Where do you
take control point in Kenya.
Establishing our presence.
Urantika can. We can't take the executive in Kenya right now. There is alien. Oh, we could steal a project from Humanity First. Let's do it.
We'll catch up
Why
with
not?
years of research.
Let's go for that. I don't know what project it is, but we can try and steal something.
Offering counsel.
Lending my expertise.
All right, we've completed the farm project. Orbital hospitals we could do. Those are kind of nice. I'm thinking about trying to do Marines at some point here to try and take enemy bases in space, but I don't know that we need to. I think civilian photonic computing is not a bad idea for the extra CP cap, but we probably want to do management research first. So I will start doing management research on Loop. Let's see, those techs are going to finish in 2030, so we've got some time yet to go. So Marine platoon barracks. So that's going to be potentially useful for taking stuff on Mars or Ceres, if we can research it. All right, and we've finished a bunch of new projects here. So Isabella 2 is good to go. I think both of our stations should be good to go. But now we have a third project available to us. And I'm going to change that to that Marine platoon barracks that we just saw. And we will pump in 3 pips. Oh, and we have to go back to Earth if we want to run at full speed.
We've got our people in place.
Alright, and we've got Kenya back under control, so I want to manage allies. I want to ally to the East African Federation. And we lost our executive point in Pakistan, that's
Our
fine.
associates are now in charge.
Alright, we've got Congo back under control. Priorities, I want to run economy and welfare. I do not want to abandon the nation. I want to change priorities here to economy and welfare. Alright, so those are all running. Now we'll have Eric
Ready.
take the executive point in Congo.
Taking control.
Ready for my
Urantika,
mission.
we could actually go investigate this alien activity in Argentina.
We'll see what we can find.
And Madeline, do we want to try and assassinate someone? We could do that. We haven't been doing that so far. I think I'm gonna pretend to be peaceful still until we build the giant orbital cannons. For the time being. Let's see, European Union is doing pretty well in terms of unrest. Eurasian Union is not doing so well, so we will stabilize the Eurasian Union. And I wonder, should I be advising Japan instead of the Eurasian Union? They've got... Japan has a smaller economy, but better science. So we probably should be advising Japan instead, but this is fine for now. How is Japan looking?
I will help them.
Pretty good.
I will help them.
All right, Marine platoon barracks. Then let's see. Let's go ahead and do the in situ resource utilization. Try and help with our mines. Looks like China is getting ready for war.
Things are cooling off.
Or at least they're moving a bunch of stuff around. What's all this then? New solar arrays on Mercury. So we want to hop to Mercury for a moment and upgrade the other solar arrays we had. I'm also tempted to start building more skunk works, potentially. To get more tech project bonus. We could do that. We don't need to. And it might be better to save the space for research in the future. So I think I'm gonna wait for now. I am gonna upgrade all these solar collectors to solar arrays though. And then, let's see, oh, we can build Marine platoon barracks now, but I don't think we want to. We should probably build some more satellites in Earth orbit, but I don't think we have the modules we want to actually put on them yet, because we want the tier 2 stuff if we can get it. Let me take a look at what we built around Earth. Yeah, so this stuff's all doing fine right now. Let's just keep running time for the time being.
Here's what we found.
All right, and we've got 82% bonus now to exotic materials, which is nice. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just keep running.
We're taking over.
All right, we have executive in Congo, which we're already allied to the East African Federation, so we just need to hold on to executive power for 180 days to unify that in. Same with Kenya, I believe. Is South Sudan... South Sudan can join the Federation in September. So pretty soon. Alright, we're gonna just help with wildfires. Haven't been looking at orgs lately, but I think, again, we're fine on orgs right now. I do want to augment people, though. So Eric's ready to level up. We'll give him an extra point of command. Again, I'm just trying to get CP cap at the moment. Madeline is not quite ready. Andro's not ready. Yogi's not ready. Alright, so no one else is ready to level up yet. As for what we want to do, probably, what's our cooldown on this? It was January, right? Yeah. January 12th of 2030. So we've got a little ways to go before we can unify those in. Which is fine. We'll have Eric go and investigate alien activity, I think, or we could take a random country. I don't know that we want to just take a random country right now. A lot of those countries have very high unrest, I think. We can have him investigate the alien activity. I'll have Urantika Are there any other big countries we want to target right now? So I want to show all nations. I want to sort by science. United States, India, and China, of course, are all good targets, but very high in terms of how much their control points hurt us. Japan, Eurasian Union, we already control. Indonesia might actually be a good target. They are 4 control points, which is a little hard. We could do Canada or Australia. We've only got 9 spare CP, though. Maybe we just take Mongolia for now. Yeah, I think we'll just take Mongolia for now. We'll have Madeline go ahead and just run a purge mission there.
Targeting the opposition.
And what's the second highest 1 CP nation in terms of science? Because I think Mongolia was the highest. Uruguay? Oh no, Uruguay is actually higher than Mongolia. So we'll try and take Uruguay. So I guess Urantika can not run a purge there very easily. She can run a crackdown probably. Not in Argentina. I want in Uruguay. So we'll take that, or we'll try to take that. Confirm assignments, run time.
Offering assistance.
Offering assistance.
All right, we got another 5 cap. In situ resource utilization is done. I am going to run management research again. And also, I'll run civilian photonic computing while we're doing it. Get that extra economy boost and also that extra CP cap.
We've neutralized their key people.
We found something.
Yeah, that's right.
We're in control.
That's not a big
here.
deal. All right, we took Mongolia. I'm gonna change their priorities. Do we want to run economy here? Or do we want to just run funding? Let's just run funding here, I think. There's not... It's a pretty small population is why I say that. So we'll just run funding. Take them for the science. European Union, we just lost public support. Not much, but some. That's fine. European Union is looking great. It would be nice to get that unrest down to 0 somehow. I don't know how we're going to do that, other than maybe if we can get our government score higher, that might help. Per capita GDP is pretty good. Cohesion is fine. We could build another army. I don't know that we want to. Let's do it. Let's build another army and see if that plus democracy plus keeping cohesion around 5 is enough to get the unrest to 0. Because the European Union is huge. I think that with that, I'm actually going to call it for this session, just based on what time it is. And otherwise, we're doing pretty well here. We still need to finish a number of technologies. I'd really like to get exotic materials done ASAP. Looks like that's coming up in February of 2030, March of 2030 for space commerce, and April of 2030 for great nations. So we will get to all of those soon, hopefully. We just need I wasn't prioritizing the tech tree as efficiently as I could have earlier, so that's unfortunate, but we'll get through it. But thanks for watching, and hope you can join me next time when we continue to compromise our principles, possibly through some orbital bombardment. Take care, everyone.